Chelmsford City, a football club that has been stuck in English non-league football ever since its inception in 1938. They came close a few times to getting promoted to the Football League, particularly in the 1950s, 60s and 70s, where the club had great success in the fifth tier, the Southern League. They managed to win that division a few times, but it was the days before automatic promotion. You had to apply to be admitted to the Football League, and there was a voting process, and unfortunately they were always overlooked despite winning the league, despite having a really good stadium at New Writtle Street that would attract crowds of up to 15,000 people. It just wasn't meant to be, and unfortunately at the end of the 70s they were relegated out of the fifth tier, out of the Southern League, and it was a bit of a decline for the club because by the 90s they were having financial issues and they lost their really good stadium in New Writtle Street. It was demolished and the club moved 20 minutes down the road to Billericay Town, where they shared the stadium, until 2006, where the club was able to return to the Melbourne Stadium in Chelmsford, an athletic stadium owned by the council. However, the club has real potential. In the summer of 2025, the club became full-time professional thanks to the owner, Spencer Gore, pumping some money in. He became the majority share owner in 2024 and has real high hopes for this club. He wants to get them to the Football League. Who doesn't when you own a football club? But he's got the money. He's made them full-time. And this is probably the best chance for Chelmsford City to finally, firstly, get promoted from the National League South, the sixth tier of English football, where they've been stuck for many years despite lots of playoffs. They have come really close to promotion to the National League on a few occasions, but it just hasn't happened for them. But maybe, just maybe, it will happen soon. The potential of the club isn't just down to being a full-time professional club with a bit of money now. There are plenty of clubs out there that have done the same. But Chelmsford is actually one of the most populated places in the country that has never had a Football League club. There's a lot of scope for growth here. Yes, they're based in the middle of Essex, only 30 minutes from London. A lot of the population supports London clubs, particularly West Ham, Spurs. Some people will support the other Essex clubs, Colchester United and Southend United. People can support more than one club, believe it or not. There will be people that support West Ham and Chelmsford City. So I think there is real potential here. So just a bit of history about Chelmsford City. They were formed in 1938, but they followed on from Chelmsford Football Club, which was actually established in 1878 by members of the Chelmsford Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club to give them something to do in the winter. Taken that from Wikipedia. In 1938, it was decided they would become a professional club. They joined the Southern League, and they did have a lot of success, as I said, just never quite managed to get promoted to the Football League. They had some famous players over the years. Most notably, Jimmy Greaves played for the club. Jeff Hurst's dad also played for the club. And that moves me on to my next segment about Chelmsford as a town, or it was a town, and you might be wondering, why was it called Chelmsford City? Well, the actual owners of the original club, when it became Chelmsford City, didn't realise Chelmsford wasn't a city, because they saw the cathedral and thought, oh, it must be a city, and they named it Chelmsford City FC. But the town of Chelmsford did become a city in 2012, Essex's first city. It is the county town of Essex, which, for those of you who do not know British geographical terms, it essentially means it's the capital of Essex. Chelmsford has a population well over 100,000. It has a long history. As with most places in the UK, there's evidence of Neolithic and Bronze Age settlements, but it became actually quite an important Roman town in 60 AD. Caesar Omagus, it was a stopping point between Londinium and Colchester. And then in 1199, it became a market town and was made the county town. King Henry VIII bought an estate nearby and built Bewley Palace, which eventually became the private Newhall School. And probably most famously, it was the birthplace of radio. Marconi is a famous previous resident of Chelmsford, building the first ever radio factory in the world in Chelmsford in 1899. Famous people that were born or raised in Chelmsford include the likes of Sir Walter Mildmay, who founded Emmanuel College in Cambridge and was the Chancellor of the Exchequer to Queen Elizabeth I. William Pynchon, who was born in a part of Chelmsford called Springfield. He was an English colonist who moved to North America and founded the first Springfield in America, in Massachusetts. And that actually led to multiple other Springfields being formed in North America, one of which, the one in Oregon, actually inspired Springfield in The Simpsons. Sir Grayson Perry, the artist. Joe Thomas, the actor from The Inbetweeners. Harry Judd, the drummer for McFly. Jeff Hurst wasn't born in Chelmsford, but he grew up in Chelmsford. That's why I mentioned his dad earlier on, going into this section of the video. So Jeff Hurst, born in Lancashire, grew up in Chelmsford, became a West Ham and England legend, of course. And one for the YouTube crowd, Spencer Owen. He grew up nearby and went to school in Chelmsford, went to Keggs, the grammar school. And lastly, me. I am joking there, but I was born and raised in Chelmsford, and despite moving away in 2014, it still holds a very special place in my heart, and I am proud to be a Chelmsfordian. And for that reason, I want to manage them again on Football Manager. I managed them on FM11 before my YouTube days. I did actually make a video on that save though, a few years ago. And I also managed them on FM15, my Chumps to Champs series, which I know some people still love. Probably helped inspire me make the Regen Rovers series a couple of years later, in fact. So it's 10 years since that series. I have tried to manage Chelmsford City in the meantime on other versions of Football Manager, but just never managed to get into it. But with the club becoming professional, there's real hope, and I don't know, I just want to give it another go. I've really got back into sort of following Chelmsford City. As you know, I'm sure you know, there has been so many problems with FM26. And I thought, to really give myself a good go at this game, I need to pick a club that I know and love. And I've managed West Ham so many times. I need to try something else, and I'm going to give Chelmsford City another go and see how I can get on. I've got them promoted to the Premier League on FM11 and FM15. Can I do it on FM26? I can't promise anything. Firstly, because maybe I'm just not going to be any good at the game anymore. And secondly, it is a different game. It's got so many issues, and perhaps I just won't fall in love like I did on previous Football Managers, and I just really struggle. But hopefully I can create a series here. But as I say, I can't promise anything. I'm going to give it a go. So the first thing to do is to set up the database. I've decided to obviously load England down to the National League North and South, because Chelmsford City are in the National League South, but also some other interesting divisions, perhaps countries I can sign players from. I have decided to give myself the extra challenge of keeping attribute masking on, so I won't be able to see everything about the players without scouting them, and I've gone for a large database. So welcome to Chumps to Champs, a Chelmsford City adventure on Football Manager 26. I had to call it Chumps to Champs again, and as I just finalise setting this save up, I just want to manage expectations. There's not going to be an episode every day. There might not even be an episode every week, because in reality, my life is very different now to how it was when I made the Chelmsford City Chumps to Champs series back in 2015. I have a full-time job. I have a toddler, which is another full-time job on top of that. And for that reason, I don't have the time to regularly play Football Manager, but also regularly make and edit videos. So it might be that this series is one episode per season, or maybe 2 or 3 max. It just depends on how much I get to play the game. And there's also the chance that maybe I'll live stream this. There might be the odd live streamed episode. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I really do hope you enjoy this series. I just wanted to make an introduction episode introducing you to Chelmsford City, the city of Chelmsford, me. Maybe you're new to the channel. If you are, please hit that subscribe button if you're interested in this sort of content. If you're interested in following my adventure with Chelmsford City. Maybe you're someone who has unsubscribed from this channel and the algorithm has thrown you to me again and you want to resubscribe. That'd be nice. Or perhaps you've been subscribed this whole time and kept the faith that I will one day return. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Probably you've just forgotten to unsubscribe, let's be honest. But yeah, I've uploaded a few videos recently. There was a couple earlier in the year. I'm as I say, I'm not promising to make regular content, but I don't want this channel to completely die. I want this to continue. I'm excited to make content. FM26 has been a challenge so far, but let's see where this goes. So I've set up my manager. I am giving myself a National A license because I think that's fairly realistic at this sort of level. But yeah, I'm a lower league veteran. And here I am. I've been appointed manager of Chelmsford City. Sorry, Angelo Harrop, you're out the door already after not very long at all. So I've gone through all the boring stuff, all the inductions, all the press conferences, setting tactics up, etc. And I've played 5 days and we've won 1 friendly so far, which was against the Metropolitan Police. This match was actually before I took over. I kind of feel sorry for the previous manager, Angelo Harrop, because he's really good. I watched an interview with him. There's a video that I'm going to put in the description below because it was a really, really good video interviewing Angelo Harrop and also Lyle Taylor, the star striker who should be playing in the Football League but is playing for Chelmsford City this season. Where is he? Where's the main man? There's Lyle Taylor. I should probably get some face packs installed as well. Haven't got around to that. This guy is just way too good for this level. He's played for numerous Football League clubs over the years. Played for Nottingham Forest. This is the full squad then. Just going to sort by star ability for ease. So we looked at Lyle Taylor. Other key players, Joe Grimwood, centre-back, only 23 years old. There's some good young players here. With the club going professional, a lot of players left because they didn't necessarily want to be full-time players. So a lot of new players coming. I think the whole squad is pretty much new. I think there's, according to the video that I told you about, there's 2 players that stayed, 2 young players. So start from scratch and build a team from nothing is a challenge. But I don't have to do it because it's been done for me. Thank you, Angelo Harrop, for building this squad for me. Let's just have a quick look at the tactics that I've gone with. So if we go to both, you can see the in possession on the left, out of possession on the right. My plan is for Lyle Taylor to play here. So he'll slot up alongside and then sort of press. But he'll actually play as a shadow striker behind the main forward. But he's injured at the moment, so I'll have to wait a few weeks before I can do that. Also, my right back is injured. But that's fine. We've got a few games until the season starts. I'm looking forward to it. I was originally planning on ending the video there, but I thought we've got to have a match in episode 1, haven't we? So I've played through pre-season. It's taken a couple days just because it takes me so long to play this game now, time constraints. And we're going to be taking on Horsham in the National League South. First competitive match of the season. I did quite well in pre-season. I only won 3 games and drew 1 against Solihull Moors, who are actually in the National League, so that's not a bad draw. And signing-wise, I've made two transfers. How do I look at transfer history? Where's transfer history? There's transfer history. So I brought in Brandon Barsey because my right back got injured. Now this guy's really a winger, but I'm going to play him at right back anyway. Also, like Lyle Taylor, has played for Montserrat internationally. And also this veteran, 38-year-old Rob Milsom, who I believe played for Fulham. Yes, well, he started at Fulham. I played 1 game for Fulham. Played for Aberdeen, Notts County, Sutton United. He's probably going to be my backup left back, but he's got experience. So let's get on. Let's enjoy the match day experience. What is going on here? Go back. Where am I? Go to match. Let's just go to the match. I'm going with the tactic that I showed you earlier in the video. Unfortunately, Lyle Taylor isn't quite back in time for the first match of the season, so I'm going to be playing Kai Corbett in his role. Started in the West Ham Academy, and up front leading the line is Jack Barham. Now, in real life, Chelmsford City have made 2 loan transfers recently, which haven't been applied on FM26. I did actually try and sign those guys just to make it as realistic as possible, but I couldn't get a hold of them. They were too expensive, really. So signed 2 alternative players, and we're going to go ahead and play the first match of FM26. I have played matches on FM26, but my first match as a series for many years, in fact. This is exciting and slightly daunting. Hopefully I've set everything up okay. Hopefully you can see me okay. I'm just hidden away in the corner. I've not got any fancy graphics on. Can't be dealing with that at the moment. Maybe in time I'll improve things. So these are the lineups. I don't know if there's any players in Horsham that you recognise. I think they are just a semi-professional club, so really we should be winning this. Enjoy the match. Oh, by the way, I'm playing on the new beta thing that's been released, the public beta. So you can now press the space bar to continue to, and it goes to your last unread message, which is crazy. That wasn't a feature at the start of the game. It's only been a feature for 30 years probably. And I've also increased my graphics capability to standard. I had it on low, but although my computer is old, I think it's fine on standard. This is quite nice, isn't it? It's quite enjoyable graphically. I don't know about the actual match engine, the mechanics behind it, whether it's any good, but it graphically it does look nicer. I quite like the 2D little thing in between. There's been an injury already to them. Although, at the same time, the 2D thing going really fast, I don't know, that might be giving me headaches. I'm not entirely sure. I like the fact that you've now got 1.5 speed as well. I called for that, and we've got it. I think there's actually 12 professional clubs in the National League South now. So, just because we're professional doesn't mean we're going to go up, that's for sure. Even though we're training most days in the week. This is nice play. That was a foul. He's kept his card in his pocket, the referee. And that's another foul. How strange. These are strange highlights. So it's a free kick in a dangerous position, which Tom Ellismore... No, it's not. It's Corbett. Oh, he's curled it. Attacking down the right wing, but Barbrick, our left back, easily steps in. We've got a solid centre-back partnership. We've got some good... This is commentator's curse. They're going to cut through us like butter, aren't they? Yeah. It's crossed in. Back post. Oh, good block. Get rid of it, lads. Well done. Got it on positive. These are my instructions, by the way. In possession and out of possession for those interested. We've got another highlight. I've got it on dynamic highlights, so we will see more highlights than if it's on key. And that's cleared. Oh, come on. Where's the pressure? That's another deep cross. And where's our keeper gone? It's disallowed for offside. And no VAR at this level, of course. So luckily, we can just... assume that's okay. By the way, the Chelmsford City Stadium is nothing like this. In real life, it's an athletic stadium. This is beautiful. This is like the old New Writtle Street Stadium. It's been reborn, which I don't mind because the two clubs I support, West Ham, Chelmsford City, both play in athletic stadiums, and it's just really disappointing. But look at this; it's huge. What is this stadium? Amazing. Oh, that almost snuck in. Another highlight. Here we go with Kai Corbett into Barham. He's tackled far too easily for my liking. I might go attacking here because, especially if they score, we're going to have to go attacking. Uh-oh. Oh, good clearance. Where's our two central midfielders? I know they're playing defensive midfield, but that's a cracking save. We're going to go attacking. Let's change things up. It's weird that you can't do shouts. I just find it like I didn't really heavily use them during my YouTube days. I don't remember really using shouts massively. But since then, I got really into using shouts. Encourage and all the other things which I can't even remember now. It's so long since I played FM24, I can't remember the actual shouts. But it does seem strange not being able to use them, even if they didn't do much. It felt like you were doing something as a manager. Barzi's been pulled back for a foul. Yellow card for Brandon Barzi. He is playing out of position, but I wanted an attacking fullback. Anyway, if you're looking forward to this series, it'd be nice if you could leave a like on this video. As I say, I don't know how regular it's going to be. It might be a mixture of videos and live streams and big gaps between videos and live streams, but we've got a whole year to get through this. 34 minutes on the clock. It's still 0-0. In pre-season, we were scoring goals for fun at times, but that was pre-season. Corbett's done okay in the middle. He's got a 6.5, but I feel like he's getting on the ball and dictating play. This is nice. Okay. I don't like this possession. I feel like in the old Football Managers, this would lead to a goal for the opposition. However, we've won it back. And Kai Corbett's, why does he keep shooting from there? I'm going to have to take him off at this rate. Although Remy's a bit dead, so I might have to move Corbett to left wing. Although we do have Ricky Holmes, another 38-year-old. He's been around a bit. He started at Chelmsford City, actually, and he's returned. Here's Castiglione. Is that how you pronounce his name? Oh, that was a chance. Here we go. Oh, looking for Barham. We need Lyle Taylor. He'd have scored by now. Good interception. Knocked away. This is proper non-league football, this. Here comes Murphy for Horsham. It's blocked. Oh, it's just bouncing all over the place. It really is. It's back and forth here. It's very bouncy, this ball. Bit of possession again from us. Here's Remy. Oh, what a ball, and Barham. See, this ball just seems really bouncy. It's come off his head and just looped. He didn't even jump. He's just sort of let it hit his head and it's bounced. Nearly half time. This dynamic mode is definitely causing more highlights. Be interesting to see the statistics at half time. Here's, what was that? What? Oh, I mean, it's an injury, but he went. Why is he hit it out of play? Barzy, you could have crossed it in there. So I've got a couple, not injury. Well, I've got one injury issue and some tired players at half time. We've had 10 shots to their 5, but they've actually had higher XG. Let's go for that. And I'm going to, how do I do, there's tactics. There's the tactics button. So Castiglione's injured. So we're going to throw on, we're going to move Corbett to the right wing, and we're going to put on Adigun in attacking mid. Remy is really tired. I'm going to bring on Ricky Holmes, the 38-year-old. Here they come, early on in the second half. Hit straight at Haig. I do like the look of this. What are your thoughts? You know, I feel like I could possibly enjoy this game simply because I can hopefully create an interesting story using the game. It might not be perfect, but maybe just creating an interesting story will help me. And there we go. We've scored from a corner. David Lanking. Ricky Holmes with the assist. Lovely. Let's have a look at the highlight view then. So it's from here. Whipped in. He's leapt like a salmon. I'm surprised he won that because there was a Horsham player about 5 foot higher than him. So we're going to go back to positive football now rather than attacking. Another highlight. Just over half an hour to go. Here goes Corbett. Had a bit of a mixed first half. Down the right wing. Maybe can be a bit more effective. Oh, love it. Oh, is he already on a yellow, that guy? No, he's not, unfortunately. But Corbett is dead. Look at him. Well, not dead, but approaching death. Here we go again. Adigun. What can he do? Lovely ball out wide to Corbett. It's crossed in. Headed away. Oh, Barbrook slid in there and completely missed it. I've missed this. I have missed this. This feels good. Honestly, this feels really good. And I just mean doing this, making a video. I'm not talking about FM26, it's got its issues. But just making a video, commentating. This feels special. And, oh, this is a nice view, isn't it? Very close. Might not be a nice view in a second, though, if they score. It's knocked over the bar. Barzy's on a yellow. Now I'm going to move Lanking to right back. Oh no, I need to do it on both, don't I? So, what's going on here? I'm confused. There we go. How do I make... So yeah, we'll do that. And then the best centre back to bring on will be... in fact, he's the only guy. Appiah will come on. And why has it got a little yellow thing there? Because I've got it in the same... I don't know what's going on there. Let's just get him to be a fullback. Here we go on the attack again. It's knocked back. It's crossed in. Headed away. And here's Lanking. Can he get a second? We're passing it around on the edge of the box. Someone have a shot. Barbrook. Nice cross. And it's so Corbett just headed it straight at the keeper. Just realised average rating is actually down to 2 decimal places. It didn't used to be like that, did it? It was for the average rating over a season, but not in a match, surely. I suppose I could do time wasting now. Maybe go... I feel like going cautious. You're just inviting pressure on. I want a second goal. Here's Adigun again. I've liked the look of him since he came on. I think he probably will be starting ahead of Corbett if Lowell Taylor still isn't back for the next match. Here goes Ricky Holmes, and he's been fouled. And he's going to take the free kick. Number 11, the veteran, whips it in. Back post. I thought you could time waste. There we go. Let's just go for loads of time wasting. Although they're going to score now, aren't they? Here's Nilsson crossing it. Back post. That was a strange one. And now it can be crossed back in. Knocked away. Get back. Come on, get back. They're on the counter. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Someone put a foot in. Oh, that's a terrible shot. Oh wow, we've skipped ahead a bit. And... oh. Are we going to hold on? There we go. We've held on. We've won. I've won a match on FM26. I think we deserved the overall. Slightly better XG, more shots, 50-50 possession, but that second half was better. So that really is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you found it interesting, the first section of this video, a bit of history about Chelmsford City, just to help you feel immersed in the story. As I say, I don't know when the next video will be, but good to get off with a win. Hopefully we can push on and at least aim for the playoffs this season. Hopefully I'll see you soon.